One thing I really want to stress in your detailing business as that things simply just take time to develop. I mean, everyone wants to move as fast as they can and to, really grow their business and to get these customers and to get a van or a shop or a truck or a trailer or whatever it is that you want to get. But no matter how fast you're moving or how well you're executing on your plan, things simply take time. I can't tell you if that's going to be 30 days, 300 days, or 3 years, right? Because everyone is on their own path and doing their own thing. But for you to go from step 1 to step 2, it takes time, right? Again, there's no precise exact time, right? For me, it took me 3-4 years to understand what I have to do in my business. And then once I understood what I had to do, it took about another 9 to 10 months for me to actually see results on what that thing was, as far as marketing and getting customers. Now to you might be able to do what I did in 9 months in 3 months, right? So it's gonna be different for everyone. But at every stage of your business, you just start to learn more things, right? And again, and as diligent as you are, as well as fast as you want to move, as much as information that you're consuming with books and podcasts and courses, is that you still just need that time to develop, to really fine tune what you're doing, right? Whether that's you just detailing on your own, whether it's you figuring out your pricing, whether that's figuring out how you do your sales process or how you quote a job and how you determine what it's going to be, or figuring out the right price range, or learning how to schedule your job so you know how to stack 1, 2, 3 vehicles in one day. And things just naturally progress, right? When you hire someone and you want to get more cars in, well, then now you have to learn how to work with a 2-man team. You have to learn how to onboard someone, how to train someone, how to make sure they're doing the things that you wanted to do. So at every phase, there's gonna be things you have to learn, right? Like when I started in my 2003 Toyota Matrix XRS, I learned whatever I learned then. And then I moved over to my 2009 HHR panel, got more customers, got some help, and that was a whole new set of things that I had to learn. And then once Lex got on board, we got the van, we got the shop, that's a whole other set of things. Like as your business grows, you just keep on learning more and more and more. So in the first, 6 to 12 months, you just wanna get, whatever, you wanna make $200 a week. I'm just making up numbers here. So that requires you to learn those skills and those things to get to that goal. And then when you say, I want to make $500 a week or $1,500 a week, well, then that's kind of a new set of skills and things you have to really understand and develop to get to that goal, right? Some things stay the same, right? Offering great service, offering great results, focusing on your marketing, all those things are the same. They're just played at a higher level, right? If you want to make, $4,000 a week, you're still just detailing vehicles. You're still just booking in customers. You're still just servicing the vehicle. But now doing it at $4,000 per week is much different than doing it at $500 per week, right? Because there's more volume. You're gonna need help at that point. You might have a shop or a van. And that's one thing that really surprises me, is that when I get a comment or a DM or email that's saying hey, I'm starting my business, but I don't have a water tank, I don't have a pressure washer, I don't have a van, what did you do? And just hearing that of when people don't know the origin story of what I did, is because obviously I don't expect everyone to know, because obviously there's always new people coming to the channel and stuff. But it's kind of crazy because for so many years, it's not that I knew what I was doing, I was just doing what I could at the time with what I had, right? So for 7 years, I didn't have a pressure washer or a water tank, right? I had a generator, but I didn't use it all that much because I was always at a customer's home location where I could plug into their outlet. If you look at the growth charts of what I've been doing, you don't see this big old up curve of wow, that's when business really took off. If you look at it, it's a very small incremental progress, so just a little by little, month by month, year by year, things start progressing, right? So now that it's easy for people to be oh, well, you have 2 shops, right? One is 1,500 square feet, one is 3,000 square feet. Oh, you have 2 vans, right? We have the 2015 Ram ProMaster, and then we have the 2009 HHR panel. It's oh, well, yeah, because you're at that point now. It's yeah, but all this has been by a small incremental progress month after month after month. And that's the thing, yes, if you look at a snapshot in time, you look at now, it's whoa, he has all these things. Whoa, he must be so successful. But it's just taken everything that we have. It's just literally at month by month basis, with a bunch of mistakes, with a bunch of obstacles, with errors being made, right? Whether it's hiring the wrong person, a customer not being satisfied, us taking too long, us missing an appointment, mistakes have been made at every step of the way as well to get us to this point. And a quick note from our sponsor, Jobber. So Jobber is the software we use in our business to do basically everything. From scheduling customers to sending out quotes to tracking employees' hours. We do all of that inside Jobber, and we've been using it for almost 4 years now. So far before they were a sponsor, we've been using Jobber in our business. Whether we're scheduling mobile jobs or shot jobs, it's all ran through Jobber. And when you're first getting started, you can use Google Sheets or Google Calendar. It's very easy when you only have a handful of customers. But as your business grows and you're managing more customers or more vehicles or more properties, then things get a little out of hand, and you really want a robust system to keep that all organized. So if you want a free 14-day trial plus 20% off your first 6 months, you can click the link in the description box and try it out. Thank you, Jobber, and let's get back to this video. So whenever I'm making these videos or on Instagram or TikTok or what have you, is that like I never say I know it all or not, I know the right answer. I just know what I'm doing in our business. I know the steps that I'm taking. And not that it works for us every time, but we figure out what works after so many iterations. Again, and that's all going back to, it takes time to learn what works, right? Like your business will never be at the point where it's like, yes, we're 100% perfect. Like we no longer have to focus on this. Like you are always consistently, forever tweaking and optimizing your business. Because like I said, when you're making $500 a week, that requires a different level of structure, of SOPs, of operations. Then when you're at $4,000 a week, that requires its own set of skills and structure. And again, like those two things are distinctly different in terms of how you think, how you act, how you operate, your expenses, your team, your processes. Like things always change. So it's not like you just say like, okay, well that's done, I'm gonna go on to the next thing. It's like, no, like once this thing is running, you tack on something else to it. But you don't say, okay, this is done, now let me go focus on something else. That's just the reality of running a business, not just a detailing business, but any business in general. Things take time. Even, when you watch these videos or whatever I post, don't think like, oh man, every decision he makes is just so perfect and how he just keeps on growing. It's like, no, there's dozens and dozens of mistakes and problems and obstacles and hurdles and things that we get wrong, but after iteration, over time, things get better. And then we say, okay, so now we're on the right track. So hopefully this video gave you some information. Hopefully I really never try to come off as like this motivational guru. I know everything. Like I really do try to not to be that way. I try to get just very tactical, high level strategic, action items that you can take. I never want to be this like motivational kind of, go Haru, go do stuff, because I personally don't watch that kind of content and don't really vibe with that kind of information. But hopefully this gave you some kind of information that you can use in your detailing business. If you want to download the ultimate guide to start your detailing business, or you want to check out Jobber, you can get a free 14-day trial plus 20% off your first 6 months. Or you can check out my podcast. All that will be linked down below. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you on the next one.